The key features of self-love: selflessness, self-centeredness, and self-isolation. Self-love has become a popular term these days. While it has so many benefits for people who used to be drained by their selflessness, the term self-love can easily be mistaken for self-centeredness and self-isolation. Just because we need to prioritize our well-being, it doesn't mean we must be self-centered. Likewise, just because we need to set a boundary, doesn't mean we must isolate ourselves indefinitely, away from everyone. Knowing the differences and the key features is crucial in navigating a fulfilled life, where we look after our well-being and also our connection with people who appreciate and respect us. Today we're going to look at the distinctive features of selflessness, self-centeredness, self-isolation, and self-love. Let's dive in. Selfless people often deplete themselves, as they treat people around them better than they treat themselves. In some cultures, selflessness is deemed as a virtue, especially for mothers who abandon their desires, or even sacrifice their well-being just to look after their children. Over time, people with selflessness sabotage their own well-being and often build unconscious resentment. Self-centered people, on the other hand, often ask people around them to prioritize them over everything. Self-centered people may have been selfless people who were exhausted. They switch to self-centeredness, as they mistakenly assume that demanding people to give them special treatment is an act of self-love. While prioritizing their own well-being is indeed an act of self-love, demanding others to prioritize them is not. This is because practicing self-love doesn't demand others to give them special treatment. Self-love is about filling our own cups. Self-centeredness demands people to fill our cups. People with self-centeredness may switch to self-isolation. This may be due to people around them starting to feel used and exhausted, and starting to show hostility towards them. As they feel hostility, people with self-centeredness assume they need to set boundaries by removing everyone from their lives. There are at least two possibilities that come from self-isolation. 1. Those who isolate themselves for the sake of avoiding people may grow apathy, not caring about anyone anymore, using boundary as their excuse. 2. Those who isolate themselves as they work on themselves, such as going to therapy, answering self-love journal prompts, and doing shadow work, are likely to arrive at the ideal state of self-love, where the love they need comes within. When someone is filled with the love that comes within, they will naturally share it with people, animals, and environments around them, as love, by nature, is to care and to share. Love is too big to be consumed alone. This doesn't mean they become selfless and kind to the point of becoming doormats, because self-love means they will never abandon themselves. And at the same time, because their cups are already full, they will not demand others to fill their cups. In conclusion, recognizing the distinctive features of selflessness, self-centeredness, and self-isolation helps us understand self-love better. Being kind to others doesn't mean we abandon ourselves and become selfless. Setting boundaries doesn't mean permanent self-isolation, and prioritizing ourselves doesn't mean self-centeredness. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, take care, be kind to yourself, and keep learning.